What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for PNTV. That's Poetry's News and Twisted Views. Welcome back to the channel. This is the first video of the year. I have been absent. I'll explain to y'all in another video why that was. It just ain't finna happen right now. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Like the video. Comment about the video, you know what I'm saying, and then turn on your notifications so that way you can be notified each and every time I drop a video. If you're coming back to me in 2025, I thank y'all for being here. Y'all my family. What's up? I miss you, love you dearly. Okay, this is a variety channel, which means I talk about a bunch of stuff. I talk about politics, I talk about movies, I talk about TVs, I talk about me. So you may get anything going on this channel. If it's something that you're not interested in, wait till the next video come out. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Just wait till the next video. So we're gonna get into politics a little bit this weekend, because this weekend, starting yesterday, is the first events of the convicted felons' $90 million inauguration celebrations, all of which began, like I said, yesterday, and I'm not partaking in them at all. Don't get me wrong, I have never watched an inauguration a day in my life, so it's not really like a boycott. You know how when Kaepernick was taking the one knee and everybody was boycotting the NFL, and I was like, I'm not gonna be watching. I wasn't watching anyway. Same way I feel about this. I have never watched the inauguration, even when Barack Obama got elected, and that's because I don't give a fuck about it. I don't think that it should take $90 million fucking dollars. I don't think it should take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, weeks, or days in order for us to swear a motherfucker into office. It's unnecessary. It's interrupting my natural programming that I like to watch on TV, or just the fact that I can sit back and just not do nothing but enjoy Martin Luther King Jr.'s day. That's what day it is tomorrow. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to celebrate. So that's what I'm going to be involved in. I think it's absolutely insane that our government, the one who claims that the gas is too high, eggs is too high, you can't find bread, you can't find chicken, all of that, who all claims that we are in the toughest financial times of American history, and we are going to waste $90 million. Where do you think these dollars come from? They don't just all come from the donors. Trust me, the taxpayers are involved in this as well. $90 million of our budget to celebrate anybody is ludicrous. But to celebrate this specific person, the one who incited an insurrection against the very government for which he will take office, this is who we're celebrating? I think the fuck not. Not me, okay? Normally, we have onlookers, you know, people who want to see this historic moment, yada, yada, this, yada, yada, that. And they're able to get tickets. The tickets are normally free, right? But they're usually given out through the congressmen and the representatives, and they pass them out to whoever they want to pass them out to. And then some people can go online and sign up for them. They had to online sign up like December 23rd. If you missed it, you missed it. Oh, well, if you're trying to go, why? Anyway, they normally watch, you know, on the grounds outside of the Capitol. Or they simply watch outside of the gate if they didn't get a ticket. But this year, baby, they are going to be left out in the cold. Left out in the cold. As reported by CBS News, the inauguration ceremony is being moved inside due to freezing temperatures. And this happened back in 1985 when Ronald Reagan experienced the same thing. You know, there was a weather drop. It was freezing temperatures. It was like 7 degrees back in 1985 when Ronald Reagan got into office. And they are expecting those similar temperatures to hit DC area this year during inauguration time. Now, the difference between now and 1985, clothing has evolved. Y'all can put up tents, y'all can heat up the outside, y'all can do all kind of things to offset that weather, but they're not going to do that. Instead, the agitated sexual assaulter, he wrote on his Truth Social that there is an Arctic blast being sweeping across the country, and in his words, he said he don't want people hurt. You know what I'm saying? He don't want people to get injured, you know, like they did on January 6th of 2021. Okay? He don't want people to get injured at the Capitol. He don't want to get people hurt at the Capitol. Instead, he's going to invite everybody into the Capitol Rotunda. And, I mean, for easy access and mayhem. That's what I see it for, what I'm saying. You ask me, this Arctic blast is a sign from the higher power. Better yet, y'all know that old saying, such and such will happen when hell freezes over. Hell is freezing over. the fraudster and the grifter is getting back into office, and that's one of those signs that hell is freezing over. It's one of these doggone moments, and the Capitol has definitely become the devil's lair. What is the devil's lair called? Hell. It's definitely the devil's lair. So hell will be freezing over this doggone weekend. Now, my first lady, Michelle Obama, she doing like me. She said she's not finna be there for any of the bullshit. None of it. Okay. She stated that the first time she went in 2017, it didn't make her feel good. So she's not about to put on airs for the sake of politics. Now, I know people are trying to associate her absence with the absence of Jimmy Carter's funeral, but it's not the same thing. She already gave them her information or her reasons why she couldn't attend the funeral. As far as this inauguration, she keep it real hush-hush. Her silence is speaking volumes to me. I hear you loud and clear. I hear you, First Lady. I sure do. I hear you loud and clear. Now, all the other normal political players, you know, they gonna be there. They gonna be at the speech at least, but they gonna skip out on the lunch. Now, according to NBC News, Barack Obama, the Clintons, and the Bushes, are the Bidens gonna be there? I don't remember seeing anything about the Bidens. Anywho, they all plan to at least attend the speech, but they're not going to the lunch. So maybe Biden's still going to the lunch. I mean, he didn't come to yours though, Biden. I'm so sick of y'all being the bigger person. But yeah, you got things to do. You still got shit to pass. Okay, whatever. So anyway, they all said they not finna break bread with him. They're not finna break bread with the man who is a national security documents thief. Okay. And his cohorts, they're not going to do that. Obama and the Clintons, they said they got their little invitation and whatever, but they respectfully declined. Fuck the respect, they declined. But Bush, he claimed he didn't even get an invitation, or at least he ain't seen one. So he couldn't respond at all. I don't think he would have went anyway, since he didn't publicly endorse him. And you know the little orange one is kind of mad that George W. didn't endorse him during the election. Well, anyway, while our former leaders are rejecting the invites, and the supporters are left out in the cold saying, let me in now, let me in now. Bill Gates, I ain't even say his name through this whole video. Prisoner P01135809. That's his damn name. Let me in now. Nelly apparently got let the fuck in. Okay. CBS News reports that Nelly, the St. Louis rapper, and my personal disappointment, will be performing at one of the 3 inaugural balls on Monday night. First of all, why the fuck is there 3 balls? Why is there 3 balls on one fucking night for the same motherfucker? And Nelly gonna appear at one of them. Now they try to keep that shit hush hush. When they dropped the list of the people who was performing, you didn't see Nelly's name on there nowhere, did you? No. But they did have that there was gonna be some prize guests. He actually ain't even one of the surprises, I don't think. I think it's some other people. But anywho, he got asked to be let in, and you know, back on his 2000 country grammar joint, he was like, you know, let me in. But I'm like, I know your country bumpkin ass has opened your eyes up by now. I know this, right? I guess Nelly just said, fuck it. Why not do it? Snoop Dogg already performed. Like I said, the inauguration event started yesterday. Okay? And Snoop Doggy Dogg performed already at the pre-inauguration ball. Crypto ball specifically. While he was up there performing all his latest hits, he did several of them. They was passing out red MAGA hats that said, make Bitcoin great again. Now, today, early in the comment section, one of our lifers, Supreme Covenant, hey, said, you know, all money ain't good money. And I gotta agree to that. All money ain't good money. But since these 2 rappers are multi-millionaires, worldwide entertainers, is it really about the money? Is it real? I think not. I think not. Or is it what I believe? And I'm talking to you, Cornell and Calvin, right now, okay? Y'all just some lame ass, hypocritical, selling out ass bitches. That's what you are, with no fucking moral compass or no backbone. I remember when Snoop converted over to being a Rastafari, right? And then he became Snoop Lion. He went from being a dog to a cat to now just being a fucking pussy. That's basically what he has in my eyes. All respect is gone for me. Every last respect is gone for me. They right on the shelf with Chrisette Michele, She ain't got no pass for me yet. Kanye, 50 Cent, Ice Cube, Lil Wayne, and the Mississippi State Valley HBCU. Yes, I'm talking about the bottom of the shelf. Shelf has layers. They got that bottom row to collect all the fucking dust that sometimes we don't want to bend over the dust off. Yes, that's where they at. And it's a level of respect for me. Okay. And by the way, the Mississippi State Valley HBCU, they had to raise their own money to get there. They had to raise $350,000 to get their ass to DC to perform. They was invited to perform. They accept the invitation, but they not finna get paid from that $90 million budget set forth for the events. They got to come up with their own funds. Well, Snoop and Nelly, like I said, may not be the only black performers performing. There's set to be a few surprises that's going to join the other guests. I won't know what the surprises are because I won't be watching. But I bet not hear that Kendrick Lamar motherfucking name came out. That's all I'm saying. You know, I just started accepting that these motherfuckers start performing in the Super Bowl again. Because they still never corrected or fixed the problem that Kaepernick was kneeling for in the first place. And because Jay-Z bought the bitch, they started performing again. So I digressed on that, because I wanted to see a few of those fucking people. I think I digressed when Bruno Mars came out. Anywho, still, I better not see. I know Kendrick better not be at this motherfucker. I know, that's all I know. I do know, okay? But as of right now, we got Carrie Underwood. I liked, past tense, her. She think it's a fucking honor to be there, The Village People. One of their spokespeople, one of their members said that they need to that we need to give the proven racist and misogynist a chance. Okay. Jason Aldean, he can go back to his small town for all the fuck I care anyway. So that's my opinion on him. Kid Rock can go kick rocks. I used to like him too. He can go kick rocks. Gavin DeGraw, Lee Greenwood, Parker McCollum. These are some of the popular names. And Rascal fucking Flatts. These some of bitches came out of retirement to support their good old boy. I used to like Russell too. Not Russell Flatts. Rascal Flatts. I used to like them too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you know country and you like country music like I like country music, you can kind of understand my disappointment. I'm not shocked by none of those people at all. I'm not shocked. You be wanting to have these motherfuckers, be free of racist tendencies and undertones and things like that. And then somehow they always find a way, whether it was today or down the road, to disappoint you time and time again. So I'm not shocked by Carrie Underwood like most people are. I'm just disappointed. And I dropped my earring. And from here on out, I won't support anything else that she does. Okay? I won't support anything else she does. I gotta now change my karaoke song because one of her songs used to be my karaoke song. Hold on, I put my earring back in my ear. This is one of my Christmas gifts. She was driving her keys inside the car. Yeah, that was my go-to karaoke song. I will find another one. I will become Pink on the damn mic or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, anyway. As for me, I won't be turning in to none of the BS this weekend. I hadn't planned on it anyway. Like I said, as Inauguration Day is the same day allocated to celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. His birthday is actually January 15th, but they celebrate it the third Monday of the month, which happens to fall on Inauguration Day. And this is one of the reasons why I've never watched the Inauguration Day, on top of all the other reasons I already gave you, because I celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I celebrate his accomplishments. I celebrate the civil rights movement. I celebrate being black on that day to the ultimate fullest. So I'm telling you, I do. So I won't be listening to anything on the inauguration. I'll probably have my notifications turned on my phone in case some shit pop off. But other than that, I don't give a fuck about looking at no clips, nothing, as far as the inauguration is concerned. Me and my house, we're not going to let Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy go unnoticed on this particular day. Everything about the 6 times bankrupt failed business con artist is a living and breathing example of what type of mentality or what type of person that Dr. King stood against. This long ass expensive celebration is a slight to King's memory. The over bronze one, the baked toupee dude, yeah, the buffoon, he is attempting to outshine Dr. King. He is still butthurt that his crowd sizes were smaller than the crowd size who marched on the Capitol in 1963. Not stormed the Capitol, they just marched, a peaceful march. Okay, so I plan on watching movies that are like in his memory. I may do a separate video explaining what these movies are so y'all can have it. Y'all can know where to find them, things like that. But Boycott, that's one of my favorite depictions of the Montgomery boycott, in my opinion, on film. It stars Jeffrey Wright as Martin Luther King Jr. I love that movie. Selma is another great one that's talking about the voting rights that happened down in Selma, Alabama. Is that Alabama? Yes. Okay. The movie Rustin. Rustin was one of those people that worked with Dr. King during the civil rights movement. I might be even dab into the Rosa Parks story with Angela Bassett. Oh, it's dang it, Selma. Oloyowe is the guy who's starring him. It's a lot of great names in Selma. Oprah's in it. It's a lot of great names in Selma. Rustin is Coleman Domingo. The Rosa Parks story is Angela Bassett. Again, I'm gonna do a separate video and I'll break it down completely. Or this movie called All the Way. All the Way is Anthony Mackie. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching those movies probably the whole freaking day, making some good old soul food to eat down on, things like that. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Or if you don't want to engage in that and you don't want to engage in the inauguration either, T.R. Williams, say girl, hey, shout out to you as well. She mentioned there's going to be a lot of sports activities happening on that exact same day. So that's another option for you. But speaking of marching, you know, there was supposed to be a women's march this weekend. I thought it was supposed to be today. It might be for Monday. Child, I don't know. My gives a fuck about said event. Is located inside the pocket of my cape that I took off back in December. So yeah, I don't even know what actual day that march was supposed to be. Only thing I did know about it is they didn't have even a fucking goal. They didn't have an agenda for this march that they were planning. Okay, nothing. They just wanted to just be out there. Okay, I'm sure it was in protest of the pussy grabber being in office, you know, being seated in office. But they should have mobilized and took heed long time ago. Our freedom has been in jeopardy. We've been talking about it for a long fucking time. And on December 6th after the election, November 6th after the election, they decided to wake the fuck up. And they decided to wake the fuck up only because black women said, no more, we're done, we're tired. It took me a while to hang my cape up. Y'all know that. I still had it hanging on the door for a long time. I done folded that motherfucker up and put it in the chest in the damn closet and sitting with some mothballs. That's where it's at right now. I swear for goodness. So, in regards to like rights and stuff like that, President Biden had the nerve to say that the Equal Rights Amendment was the law of the land. Okay. But he wouldn't ratify it at first. Then he came back out and said, oh, my bad, it has been ratified. What that mean for us as a people? Not a motherfucking thing. It means nothing. Nothing more but more injustices. It gives us as a people, us as a black people, us as women, and so forth and so on, no real protections that can be enforced. Okay? Because even though he states that it has been ratified, it had been sitting on the shelf for like 5 years. The last state to actually ratify that amendment was Virginia in the year of 2020. Okay? The last one to ratify it was in the year of 2020. Let me repeat that. So all that's left is for the National Archive to certify the ratification, right? Normally, after it has been ratified, the National Archives automatically certifies it. They don't wait 5 years and leave it on the shelf. So when the ratification actually happened, I don't know, because Virginia was the last one to do it in 2020, which makes me don't believe that it's been ratified. But let's just say that Biden is right. Let's just say it is ratified. 5 of those original states, they changed their mind. They decided to unratify. I don't know exactly when they did it, but they're no longer ratifying this bill, okay? Plus, there is a ratification deadline that they've been talking about that may have lapsed. See, this bill was put on the table 50 years ago, child. I'm 51. 50 years ago. And y'all want to keep talking to us about stop bringing up the past, bullshit like that. 50 years ago, in my fucking lifetime, is when this damn thing was started to be ratified. At my beginning of life is when this thing was put on the table to be ratified. And just 5 years ago, Virginia was the last state to say, you know what, we go ahead and give these people their rights. Go ahead and give these people their freedoms. I'm saying the archivist was supposed to ratify it as soon, or archive it as soon as it was ratified. So when did that fucking happen? Biden, what are you talking about? Make it make sense, okay? So the archivist basically said they not doing nothing. They gonna leave it up to the courts to decide. The Supreme Court. The Supreme Court who overturned Roe v. Wade. The Supreme Court who allowed a convicted felon to run for election. The Supreme Court who gave that same felon immunity for any future crimes that he may commit. And thought banning social media was a priority for them. They made sure to ban TikTok, y'all. They don't want to enforce equal rights. They don't want to enforce equal wages. They don't want to enforce equal liberties. The right for women to control their own bodies. They don't want to enforce the right to health care, the right to voting, the right to education. Hell, the state of Texas is out here creating laws that's going to strip women of their right to ask for a divorce. We can't even get out of a bad fucking marriage. We have no fucking protections under the law. But TikTok was the priority. Okay? I'm not even on TikTok. But I was pissed about this from the time I first heard it. And I was so disappointed in a lot of fellow creators that I've seen here on YouTube. Some that I call family and friends. Backing the ban. But and when I listened to why they was backing it, they were backing it because they personally felt shadow banned by the platform. They didn't feel their security was breached, nothing like that. They felt that their post wasn't doing the right numbers. They felt their accounts were being blocked, things of that nature. They felt that it was being censored for the content. This same thing has been happening on other platforms for years. It happens here on YouTube for years, okay? But they were so gung-ho to create videos and content uplifting and standing by the ban on TikTok. Once they start restricting our freedom of speech, our ability to make revenue, because a lot of individuals, entrepreneurs, businesses boomed on TikTok, especially black creators. Some of them becoming millionaires off of fucking TikTok. Unlike any other platform, TikTok was bringing the dollars home to a lot of black folks. And a lot of these people, and I'm speaking specifically of black creators that I've seen here on YouTube, were the ones who were like, yeah, ban that shit. But again, they wasn't talking about possible security breaches. It grated my fucking nerves. But the government, they trying to sell us on the security issues. Oh my God, China may have that data. They be accessing our data. You mean the same data that IG has, Twitter has, Facebook has, Threads has, Snapchat has, YouTube has, the same data? That same data that's owned by American companies, that same data that they have been selling our information off to third parties for years, and Russia being one of those third parties that they sold some of the information to. But TikTok alone was the threat. Not keeping the felon out of office who took national security documents, okay? Not the individual who had staged a coup and to usurp the presidency, who plans on being a dictator on day one, who told us to our faces time and time again, fuck us all. I mean, his sexual assaults alone. The people that he's named to his cabinet, they show us clearly who he is as a person. But TikTok was more of a threat than he is. And when does the ban begin? It's supposed to be now. I saw somewhere that said the 17th yesterday, but I know some people still on TikTok. Well, I remember reading it. I know officially it starts Monday, and it's supposed to go dark. I don't believe it's going dark. From what I read before, it's not supposed to go dark. It's just going to be impossible to use. It's like trying to watch a video in another country and then they come up saying you can't view it in this country. That type of thing. If you live in Florida and you watch Pornhub, don't ask me how I know. You can't watch it now. It's banned in Florida. Pornhub is. So if you go into the website, it's going to give you this little speech about what the government said. That's basically what they're getting to. It's going to become so unstable that you can't use it. But the whole going dark thing, I don't believe that actually happened. Okay. TikTok was the fucking threat. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, speaking of out of here, the deportations, child, they start as early as next week. As I posted on the community board, had your wife, had your kids, had everybody. Okay, because according to the New York Times, it all begins in the heart of the United States, in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, right in Obama and Oprah's hometown. Trust me, this selection of city was not random. It's not random. Okay, just like him targeting Canada and Mexico and Greenland and the Panama Canal, it's not random. None of this is random at all. The one y'all who voted for him said would end all wars. The one who claimed that there was, and he claimed that there was no wars at all that happened during his first term. There was 117. I looked it up. That started in his first term. Okay, but yeah, this guy wants to take Canada by economic force and make it the 51st state. He wants to take a whole country and dissolve it and make it into a state. This is part of his annexation agenda, right? It was in Project 2025. It was in his Agenda 47, which a lot of y'all still didn't read. But it makes me question truly why Trudeau really quit and resigned from office a couple weeks ago. His assignment as Prime Minister of Canada was a lifetime commitment. Like how our SCOTUS is right now, lifetime. He was not going to be elected out. Okay, it's a lifetime job. But if y'all recall, he met with the orange one down in Mar-a-Lago, and after he left, 2 weeks later, he put in his resignation. Was the economics already in play? Was it already afoot? Okay, what the heck is really going on in Mar-a-Lago that every time somebody go there, they come out brainwashed as hell? They do something out of pocket. Makes you go, I don't even want to drive past that motherfucker if it does that, okay? Like as far as Greenland is concerned, that's in association with Denmark and the Panama Canal, he plans to use military force to take them. And as a last slap in the face, he wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico and Denali. Of course, all those leaders are basically saying it's a snowball chance in hell before any of that shit happens. But again, there is an Arctic blast happening in hell this weekend. Okay. And people out here saying his supporters, yeah, no, he's just joking, he just playing. Even, his, like the political pundits, shit, even people that's in office already, they all like, he must be trolling. He is not trolling. He is not trolling. He playing y'all for a fool, but he ain't trolling. Y'all know he tried to get Greenland during his first presidency? Did y'all know that? He tried to buy him. It was without success, but he tried to get Greenland before. And the Panama Canal thing, look here, I seriously believe that the only reason why it became a true conversation is because of Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter was the one who gave the Panama Canal back to Panama. Listen to what I just said. He gave the Panama Canal back to Panama, which means it was Panama's to begin with. Jimmy Carter, being the good human being that he fucking was, the good fucking leader that he was, gave the Panama Canal back to Panama. And he had the fucking audacity to die. Okay. When he died, it took the shine off the inauguration. So the date that Orange Toupee Head when decided to get certified, everything had to be at half mast. You know what I'm saying? He was upset about that shit. It was a disgrace. I forgot what he wrote on his Truth Social. But he died and stole some of the shine. So he wants to reverse what Jimmy Carter put into place. That's basically it. Okay. Despite locking out Americans' ability to communicate through the Chinese-based TikTok app, he's also using the Panama Canal and Greenland as negotiating tools against China. Nothing, again, is by accident. Picking Chicago as the first deportation city in order to slap Barack Obama and Oprah Winfrey in the face is by design. And Chicagoans, the migrant population who voted for him, all I could do is pray for you. You shouldn't have voted for him. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now your families, your friends are all in trouble. And Palestinian people and black people of Chicago, here's looking at you, kid, because y'all not immune. Tell me how you gonna tell whether this black person, use me an example, is from America other than my speech, and that really don't tell you much, or from Haiti, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, this is a worldwide takeover. I said this when he ran for election the first time. He was trying to pit us against one another to create a civil war. It looks like it's heading that way. Okay. Population control, deportations, the way he handled the COVID epidemic in his first term, things of that nature. That's population control. Telling women when and when they can have a baby, the IVF, population control. Okay. And this is basically World War III in the making, because he's trying to start war with our allies. If he decides to use the military to invade Greenland, that is going to affect our NATO treaty, and they should have to respond. This is world wars in the making. I watch a lot of British news channels and British talk shows and podcasts as well. I send a lot to TR. She probably be getting on my nerves because I do that. The illegal immigrant Elon Musk has been over in the UK putting pressure on the UK government, in addition to putting pressure on Germany to try to get them to change their leadership, to try to get them to usurp their government as well and match the energy of the MAGA movement here in the United States. What that sound like? Some Handmaid's Tale bullshit to you? Yep, that's what it sound like to me. And it seems that a lot of these people are caving. A lot of them are caving. This tool ain't even in office yet, and they are caving. Which tells me this was and has always been the plan. And a few of us called it years ago, and we've been shouting it from the rooftops about it, but people ain't been listening. Okay? I am so sick of hearing excuses from our leaders on this side, the side of betterment. I ain't gonna say they 100% righteous, but the side of betterment that implies that we are the bigger people. We are the better people. We don't stoop that low. Because we haven't stooped, now we're getting stepped on. Okay? We left in the dust of society. That's what we've been doing right now. Our leaders have fucking failed us. Okay? You don't get in a boxing ring to study your opponent only to throw counter punches. Okay? You gotta know how to throw some fucking jabs too. Otherwise, you're just gonna end up getting knocked the fuck out. This has been PNTV, y'all. Thank y'all for coming back to this channel for this first video of the year. Leave your comments down in the comment section about anything I said. I appreciate you being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.